That's funny.
That's not the one.
All right, welcome to the Pirate Skills Meetup today on funnel hacking with Hendrik and Ben. Welcome, guys. So good for you to show up on a week that's sunny with a bridge day, with vacation time. I'm really glad that we get to see so many people and talk about a very important topic today, which is funnel hacking. So about me, I'm Ben. I'm the host of Pirate Skills Meetup. I started founding websites, apps, and stuff in 2008. Couldn't stop since then. I'm also a proud daddy of 2 daughters, which are in Mallorca. Hey, Jana, if you see this, say hello to my little cuties. And I call myself a growth marketer. A growth marketer to me is a guy that not only tries to get people on your website, but actually cares about what happens to people once they are on the website. That really cares about engagement in the product and a good return on investment on each marketing thing that comes out of that. And now, welcome Hendrik. Who are you?
That's me over there in the picture.
That's Hendrik, the wizard.
I used to work for Trusted Jobs, as some of you maybe know, and I built up Trusted Jobs from the beginning on. So 10 years, I started in a startup so I'm able to code. Yeah, so I started as a coder, and then we built up 10 years everything up to 330 people with more than 25,000 customers across Europe. And that was my former job. And then after 10 years, I needed a new challenge. And then I started not the growth marketing stuff. I started the growth hacking challenge. I said everything I did before was, in my eyes, growth hacking.
Yep.
So I'm the founder of the Growth Hacking Academy, where I do some coachings for startups, for corporates, to get the right growth hacking spirit. So how we can execute faster again, because there is a big challenge to be a little bit faster than the competition.
So we always get the question like, what's the difference between the two of us? He hates marketing.
I have to do marketing.
He loves product, and I love marketing.
That's right.
Yeah.
So he's a growth marketer, and I'm a growth hacker.
Yeah.
That's
and I really hate the word growth hacker.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, you're also known for this process. Maybe we can show that in big ones for the live stream as well. I think this is a fantastic way to look at growth hacking. Do you want to lead people through the process once?
No? If you want to. You want to? Okay.
Yeah.
So to make it really short, so there are 4 big pillars. So what I will say is, it's not just marketing, it's even more than marketing. And there are 4 big pillars you can see over there. So we have to start with a product. That's not a new idea. We have to have a beautiful product with the right customer needs and the product that people really love to use. That's the first point, with a lot of smaller points in there. We don't have time for that today. Then comes the next point, the business model. So that means we need a scaling business model. We have to earn money. Yeah, there's maybe number 2 reason why all the startups fail is because they don't earn money. They have to pay their rent and their food and so on. The business model. And then next part is marketing channels. That's Ben's home base.
Yes.
Where we can do so many ideas, so many channels, but we have to find out which marketing channels are best in the end. And then that's, I would say, my favorite pillar, execution. How can we execute faster? And even if we think we are sitting in a corporate and waiting until the end of the year, what can we do? What can we do to be fast again?
Yeah.
That's it.
And yeah, you can, if you want to talk about it on Instagram or Twitter or on Facebook, you're very welcome to pull out your phones now and check out the live stream and share it if you find that valuable, or afterwards. This helps us, if you use the hashtag, to connect later. Then I can see on Twitter, who was here, who used the Twitter hashtag, and you can find the other people that have went to the same location. And the smartest people are usually on that side of the room. Yeah, so it will help you to connect with the many talented people in the audience here. So we want to thank Startplatz for letting us sit here. Who is here for the first time at Startplatz? Yeah, so this is a co-working space where you can rent a desk, and you have this amazing event spaces where you can join and educate yourself, and they let us do it. They let us do this for free. We also have the guy from Marty here. Where is he? Where's Martin from Marty? Oh yeah, he's over there in the front. If you saw the green stuff, yeah, maybe you can grab Martin so everybody can see him. It's the really green tea that you can try out for free. He sponsored that for this show. All right, so you can download all the slides and the video of this meetup, what's happening here, under this URL, getpirateskills.com/funnel-hacking. I also put up this on this flip chart as well for you as a reminder. It's free access for everybody. For the video, it's completely free. For the other one, you just have to join the Pirate Skills platform, which is for free. Yeah. All right. I put up this link later again, and it's also above the link in the live stream. So what's funnel hacking? Yeah, I think I could have used a term more self-explanatory, right? Like, can you imagine what funnel hacking is? Like, who was here and was wondering, like, what is funnel hacking? What does it even mean? Yeah, it's not that self-explanatory. Yeah? So let me explain. In the Pirate Skills world, we usually use the growth marketing treasure map. Yeah, it's a visualization of customers coming from the north and trying to go to Mount Doom. Yeah, and people can drop off. Yeah, you have to acquire users, but that doesn't mean that they actually use your product. Yeah, when you have them activated, it doesn't mean that they stay. Retention. If they stay, it doesn't mean that your product is good enough for it to be referable. And if they refer people, that still doesn't mean that you earn some money. Okay? And funnel hacking is the process of building a good journey for your customers and optimizing each step along the way. We have talked about growth funnels before. I want to give you a concrete example. Yeah, we were talking about tofu, mofu, and bofu. Yeah, the top of the funnel, the middle of the funnel, and the bottom of the funnel. And the example I brought was this one. Let's zoom in a little bit and say, okay, the top of the funnel, creating awareness, could be, yeah, let's do $100 on AdWords and generate 100 clicks. Those people go to a landing page and they can sign up for a free webinar. But only 10% do it, so only 10% survive. But 90 of them go into my remarketing journey. Yeah, I don't have to let them go. I can, if I do all the data privacy policy stuff right, yeah, I can put them on a retargeting list and hunt them down. But the people who have actually signed up for the webinar, I call activated. Yeah, they have shown some interest, and now they're in the consideration funnel. Yeah, the MOFO. They land on my email list if they agree to that, and they get a welcome email where I tell them how to get started with the topic, in this case, e-mobility. Yeah, then they get a reminder email before the webinar, but only half of the people show up to the webinar. That is very normal. Yeah? So you get 5 out of your 100 left, and the rest gets linked to the calculator wizard. So everybody who shows up to the webinar is really interested, right? They have shown, I'm willing to give you my email address, my contact information, and I'm willing to take the time to join the webinar. Now they are in the BOFO stage where I can try to convert them to customers. At the end of the webinar, I have a call to action, which is, if you're interested, you can have a free 30-minute consultation with me after the webinar. Use my scheduling tool and do that. And 1 of 2 people do that. And now they land on my CRM, and the sales guy does the follow-up, and he closes 1 or 2 of them. So I know that out of $100, I can generate 1 or 2 customers, and depending on the customer lifetime value I have, the amount of revenue I get from the customer over a certain period of time, if this is a working funnel or not, is it cash flow positive or not? Yeah, does that make sense? Okay. I guess you have tried one of those funnels. This Trello board, you can just copy here. Yeah, at this URL, getpirateskills.com/growth funnels. It's a free tool called Trello where you can just copy this board and make it completely your own. Yeah, you have that in the slides as well, of course. So Facebook also wants you to think in this terms of awareness, consideration, and conversion. Yeah, it even lines up campaign options that are very aligned with those goals. I usually ignore the left-hand side and work for awareness campaigns with video views and engagement ads as well. Yeah, but lots of platforms think that way.
Why do you don't use the awareness part?
This is to me like the United Colors of Benetton, Nike level of advertising. Yeah, where you pre-buy a certain number of impressions at a fixed rate. I want to go for the real-time bidding, normal stuff as on AdWords. The advantage of this one that I found is that you can actually do frequency capping, yeah, which you can do on AdWords. You can say, oh, please show this only 4 times per day per user. I hate the advertisers on YouTube who don't set frequency caps, and you see the same shitty video again and again, and you start to hate the brand because of it. You can't do that on Facebook except with those two, but they are very broad. They use very little Facebook magic for that. But for example, if you're a very local company, yeah, and you have very few people to target, let's say you want to only get the people from Cologne, then this is interesting to use because Facebook doesn't try to over-optimize and only show to the 3,000 people in Cologne who have shown some conversions in the past. Yeah? So, but Henrik, why should we care about funnels at all?
Yeah, so my experience is that the old school marketing, so we try to sell. Yeah, we are good salesmen. If you have our startup, we have to be good salesmen. And the idea always is that we have to sell. We have a good product, and then we think, okay, maybe it's free. We have a freemium version, or a free trial, or a free piece of content, and that makes us think. We say, okay, I push it out on Facebook or on Instagram or on LinkedIn or wherever. It's free, and then we think, why doesn't anybody click, or why don't they like it? Yeah, and there's a special reason for that.
I've brought another one. Pure survival. Yeah. How many of you know the business called Koch-Abo? They were pretty prominent here in Cologne, but hardly anybody knows it anymore. They were bigger than HelloFresh, yeah, just 2 or 3 years ago. And one of the founders, Felix Steritz from Wien, the company is also from Vienna, he was here and he was telling me about how suddenly HelloFresh turned up, and at some point the cost per acquisition was so low for HelloFresh that they just couldn't compete. Yeah. So if you have a subscription model like this Koch-Abo, the cooking subscription, yeah, you pay like $30 per month, and after 6 months you have a customer lifetime value of $180. But if they manage to make it 240, yeah, they can spend much more money than Koch-Abo. Yeah, and that is the funnel reason. Whoever can spend more to acquire a customer wins in the long run. This is super counterintuitive. Think about it. Most people think, how little can I pay for marketing? I think, how much can I afford to pay for customer acquisition and get as much as possible, spend as much as possible with the one rule, positive return on investment, of course. Yeah? But whoever can spend more, and this is all real-time bidding, it's like eBay. When I can always spend $70, but my competition can only spend 50, then I will win every bid. Yeah, I acquire every customer. My market share gets bigger and bigger. Switch that mindset around. What if your competitors has a better funnel than you, and has a better customer lifetime value, or has more patience to wait for the money to come back? You're fucked. Yeah. So that's what we care. Pure survival. And this is the simple game, right? You know that one. The cost per acquisition needs to be smaller than customer lifetime value, so you have a scalable business. And you have 2 ways to do that. Decrease cost per acquisition by smarter marketing methods, for example. Or what is Hendrik's expertise on increasing the customer lifetime value by providing a better product? Yeah. What are some examples on how you can increase the customer lifetime value?
I would change the name Koch-Abo. I heard it first time.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest difference from the product point of view is Koch-Abo. Nobody wants to have an abo, right? We hate abos. And HelloFresh is an abo too, but it doesn't say it like this.
Yeah.
So that would be my first.
What else would you do?
For Koch-Abo?
Yeah. You don't know it, but in general, like what could you change to increase the customer lifetime value?
Play with prices, play with
very much.
bonuses in the product to give a little bit more, and maybe they want to extend or they want to pay more for more services, to be faster, to be.
I really need a pop filter for Hendrik.
Yeah.
Peep up, pop, peep up, pop. I don't know. You peep up, pop a lot, but it doesn't matter. No, it's fine. It's fine. Just I need a pop filter for you.
So increase shopping basket.
Yeah.
If you have a e-commerce store, so really easy, you want to sell more, maybe cross-selling, upselling. We know all the stuff from Amazon. Always have a look at Amazon because they're really, really good in that, to make the cross-selling stuff. Related products, related whatever.
Yeah.
So just increase the shopping
Upselling, cross-selling, having a value ladder. We're going to show some examples where we hit that. So funnel hacking in a summary means, can you maybe show the summary in big?
Yeah.
You already did. You're brilliant, Alex. Thanks, mate. It's like creating new paths on the customer journey for your customers, but also optimizing your existing paths. Okay? And we just try, that is the execution part, to try and learn really efficient and fast. And old school people call it conversion rate optimization. Yeah, but it's a bit more, it's a different mindset. But conversion rate optimization was the second most requested topic from you guys when we evaluate the feedback. Yeah, we always ask you what you wanna have as a topic, and this time as well you have found on your sheet on your chair a feedback box and hopefully maybe a pen. Yeah, and I would really ask you for a favor, that you don't just write, yeah, I loved it, yeah, I hated it. Listen during this talk and try to point out what you really liked, what specifically you liked, what you specifically didn't like, okay? So you can think about it while you're working, and at the end, I would really appreciate if you put your paper into the box so we can keep on improving that. So I have to give credits for the funnel hacking thing. Yeah, funnel hacking was not my invention. Who of you knows this guy on the left? Called Tony Robbins. Yeah, one of the biggest motivational speakers in the US. And on the right, this is Russell Brunson, the guy that completely changed my mindset about thinking about funnels. Russell Brunson is the founder of ClickFunnels, the fastest growing non-VC backed startup in the world. They are now at 100 million revenue per year. He has written 2 big books, and I have brought those books for you guys. Can you maybe take that one? So this one is .com Secrets. This is the first book he has written. Yeah, it's very much about the technical part, the science of building funnels. And this one I would read first, but he wrote that second, called Expert Secrets. It's more about the art, the positioning, the community building. Very, very, very good books. Ignore the American bullshit rah-rah and the reference commercials for ClickFunnels, and this is just amazing. He's the best online marketer I know. He's the only guy that I know. His product starts at around $400, yeah, per month. So he's the only guy I know at that value who gets over 10,000 people to show up for a webinar. We can really learn from that guy. Yeah, it's B2B only, but he talks about B2B and B2C. So he also has this wonderful thing called the Funnel University. He just puts out those print things where there are lots of funnels inside, and he comments the funnels of famous products. Yeah, if you want to take a look, yeah, I have it over here later. Just check it out. Couldn't recommend that guy more. So credits where credits are due. That leads us to our first real funnel that we want to show. Hendrik, the SaaS funnel. Who of you has a SaaS business, like a subscription business of any kind, who takes money monthly? What do you do? Online enterprise video platform on which topic? What is it about? What can you learn on that platform? Or is it an LMS, learning management system?
It's a B2B platform.
Yes. And what's your domain? Yeah. It's a SaaS service. And how can I sign up for that service? If we want to make a little commercial for you, where could people find you? Movingimage.com.
I know.
You know it?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. We were customers. Trustbot was a customer, right?
Yeah.
So you have the software. There is not a special topic. You have the software for building up video content.
Yeah. There was the second guy. Yeah. Do you want to add to that?
Software as a service.
Yeah. Be right.
Okay. Where was the second guy? What do you do?
I work for Evo Park, and we just you visited our office, I think, the AXA guys. Yeah. We just switched from being a B2C brand to a B2B brand, and we are now selling a platform for parking garage operators for contract parking management, so also software as a service.
Wonderful. And what is the example we have brought?
It's an old one. It's called Trustbot.com. Maybe somebody of you heard it before. Is there anybody? You? Sorry, man. I will show it again because it's really interesting. Here, it is Trusted Shops. So who knows Trusted Shops?
Everybody. Wonderful.
Great. So the idea was that we build a freemium model for the foreign countries. So it was an internationalization project. So in Germany, everybody knows Trusted Shops. We have a website, we have a sales funnel, and a lot of inbound marketing stuff. Yeah, right. And the idea was to go across Europe to say, okay, maybe we need a lower barrier to get the customers coming. And then we had the idea to build a freemium tool of our review system. So Trusted Shops, in terms of product, that was my home base. There was the money back guarantee and the seal of approval. That's the thing with the E inside, from the online shops at Zalando and so on. And then we had a review system that all retailers can collect online reviews from their customers. So easy, just a tool. Yeah. And then we said, okay, we could offer this tool for free to come into the markets. That was a brilliant idea.
And that was the first time we actually worked together. Yeah, I got a recommendation for Hendrik as the first speaker of the Pirate Skills meetup 2 years ago. Yeah, and he said yes, together with Kevin Carlisle, who was working with you at the time. And then we were sitting in this nice place,
Colonius Carré.
The kitchenette, I think, was the first time. Yeah, and that was the first time where we felt that alignment.
Yeah,
like
right.
2 years ago, the data-driven thing, the let's see where people get lost, and that was my first task, right? Like, man, we need to visualize where people are dying, yeah. And when new people come in, how far do they come, and split that by channels, right? And that's the broad overview that a colleague built with Clipfolio.
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe some strategic things behind. So I had to fight for this project. Yeah. Because as you can imagine, so we are really good in Germany, and everybody feared that if we start with the freemium version now, that we will lose money. Yeah. Because the idea could be to get the money from the website directly without the funnel, right? So that was a challenge we had, and that was the reason why I needed valid data, because my stomach nobody believes in. I said, okay, I have to prove that this project, that this freemium version, is valid, has a positive ROI in the end. That was the idea.
And the data was a mixture from, like the cost data comes from AdWords, Facebook ads, and HubSpot. Yeah, was the main database for this. And we looked at how many people have visited the landing page, yeah? and how many people signed up for the product. And here you can see how many people survived this specific step. And here you can see it in total numbers. And here you can see the exact amount in euro what this step cost. It took us, on average, for those 35,000 people, 33 cents per click to get the landing page view. Yeah?
I think what's important is just if you have a look at this, I think it was about 2 months. Yeah, the time span was 2 months, and then we had 35,000 visitors on our landing page. On the landing page I think it was good. And it was clearly said, okay, it's a freemium review tool. You can do this and this and this with it. Yeah, and here is a freemium. So first name, last name, email address.
I set up AdWords campaigns for search and display and Facebook ads for that.
So then when we started the project, so we had a conversion rate from visitors to freemium opt-ins of 3%.
Yep.
We started with 3%. And that was a thing where I said, okay, is it good? Is it not good?
We don't know.
What is 3% for a freemium tool? Maybe we offer $1,000 for free, then it would be a little bit higher or whatever. It's 3%. And then we know, okay, 3% is maybe not that good. We have to work on our conversion rate on our landing page. And then we worked 2 or 3 weeks. We got all the ideas, what we can do. And then we increased it to 9%. And then in the end,
in average, overall channels combined, but we had much higher
9%.
Yeah.
But everybody, all my colleagues, the bosses, the managers said, this website is not nice. I said, but it converts for 9%, and I have no ideas more what to optimize. Sorry for the booms.
So we got it up to 9 on average, but for example, the best converting funnels we noticed were when we sent people not directly to the landing page, but first to, let's say, the Shopify integration directory. Yeah, you have Shopify apps, and we send people not to our landing page, but there first. Yeah, because then we knew, they have an online shop and they see relevance. And once they have installed the app, they will then go to the landing page and get that. Yeah, so this is only the big, broad dashboard. And the conversion rates from those customers were more like 20%. Yeah, and this is and 5% of the cold traffic that we sent to the landing page. But then people die because of double opt-in.
Who likes double opt-in?
Who does double opt-in for the email marketing? It's when people have to subscribe. And who doesn't do double opt-in? Why not? How do you get around double opt-in? I saw that MailChimp deactivated double opt-in recently.
They tried for 4 weeks as per default.
They tried. How do you get around double opt-in, Alex? You just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah, I get that.
the option is active campaign, for example.
Yeah. So active campaign you use? I love active campaign. Yeah. What's your business, Alex? Can you tell us?
Sure. I teach people how to build muscle or lose weight. I have online courses, ebooks and videos and stuff like that.
The active campaign is wonderful for that. Robert, you don't do double opt-in? Why? Nobody gives that. Yeah. And by the way, this is what I wanted to mention at the Startplatz slide. On the 16th of May, we're going to have the GDPR at the DSGVO hackathon. Yeah. So it's not going to be blah, blah, blah. It's going to be, we just sit here and work our asses off to create a GDPR-ready version of our websites and newsletters. So if you haven't gotten around to putting up double opt-in and doing all the required shit with your email, take the time on the 16th of May. There is a Facebook event called like the DSGVO hackathon on the startup page. You're very welcome to join us and to bring your expertise to that as well.
So there will be no speeches or talks or something. We want work. Yeah, we want to do the stuff we have to do. There is no speech of a lawyer or something. You can download it everywhere right now. We want to do a hackathon. So in the end of the day, we want to be prepared. That's the idea.
But I get why you don't want to do double opt-in, because you lose 22% of your people. Yeah, you got 3,200, only 2,500 are left. And I go from a cost per sign up from $365 to $466. Yeah, really, that's tough. That's
Who
tough.
of you is tracking this of the conversion of your double opt-in emails?
Yeah, and who does that kind of stuff? It's one of the easiest ways
22%.
increase your sign-up rate, your overall funnel growth. If you just, for example, my favorite tip is to have the most boring, please confirm your email address page. I call it confirmation page. Yeah, no distraction, no navigation, just the call to action. Go to your email, click on the activation button. Yeah?
No button, just a link. I made an A/B test in one funnel. Just the blue
link.
The blue link, underline, not a button.
You're talking about the email. I was talking yet about the landing page they are still on.
Okay.
Okay. So now they need to install the Trust badge somehow, and only 35% of the people who actually sign up does that. And this is why we call them activated, actually. Yeah. Here you have acquisition, activation, retention, referral revenue. So what's up with people? They landed on the landing page, they signed up, they did the double opt-in, and 35% only install the widget. It's free, for Christ's sakes. What's wrong with people? Yeah, but it's simply the truth. The people on the internet are different. Yeah, we have to cope with that kind of shit.
So the most common reason is that are retailers. They have an online shop, yeah, and they are not coders. And if they see something like, oh, I have to copy and paste this piece of code, they say,
they get scared.
Oh my God, I have no idea how to do it. And they have Shopify, they have WooCommerce, they have Magento. So we have to check what is the shop system, and then we have to provide another tutorial, because WooCommerce does work another way than Magento does.
Yes.
And that was a real hard work in this funnel to provide beautiful, great, easy tutorials how to integrate this small piece of code, which is like this from Google Analytics. So it's really easy, but everybody said, oh, that's technical. I have to ask my programmer, my coder. Okay, do it, but it's not the tutorial, right?
And once they have the Trust badge, they need to get some reviews in there. Otherwise, it's not interesting for them. They get value only when they collect reviews. And here we have 86% who have installed the badge, who have more than one review. But that's only 23% of the 100% of signups. We were too embarrassed to actually show the numbers based on the sessions. Yeah. So we said from the people who signed up, single opt-in, that's a nice way to fake numbers. We said how many people have gotten a review at least. And then it gets really small. The numbers get really small. Yeah, with the 5 reviews.
What could be the reason for just having this?
Careful. Party on.
What could be the reason that there are just, where's it? Number 763 have more than 0 reviews. What is the reason? It's really easy. They are too small. Really small online shops, they are just applying for something, for a new tool or a new idea, and they don't have enough traffic. They have no traffic, they have no orders, because you can only ask somebody to get a review in if there is a transaction. If they have maybe 5 transactions a day, the conversion rate for getting in a review is maybe 5 to 10%, so there's no review left, right? So we are completely dependent on the performance of the shops. That's a hard problem.
So, but still, if we look at the cost per acquisition, yeah, here for the 0 review, for more than 0 reviews, we have 15 euros. Is that good or is that bad? What do you think? 15 euros.
I know the answer, I'm out.
What do you know? What do you think?
I'd say it's bad for your company, but it's probably good for the online shop, because there's like some sort of safety.
Okay, so you think it's bad for Trustbot, yeah? I would say, what would you say?
I would wait until the last row to answer that.
Yeah, we have this step called hate, because we set a limit to 10 free reviews, for example. Yeah, and then people would have to pay for the product. And now we have paying customers for 471 euros. Is that good or is that bad? Depends on the price, depends on the customer lifetime value. Exactly. Because if the customer lifetime value is 8,000 euros, we would be partying, right?
Yes.
If it was 469, we would be all right. We can fix that. But if it were like 100, yeah, then we have a problem. Yeah. So what was the result?
So the average price or the average price per year of an average customer is 700 a year.
700 per year.
And
So
they
you get the
stay
money back.
5 to 6 years. So that's a pretty good business model, right? And I needed this kind of data to show because I had no idea before. I just knew that we have to find a solution to go into the markets faster, and there we have the proof,
Yeah.
the data proof to say, okay, that's a really good business model, that's a really good idea based
Yeah.
on data.
You have a question about that?
How long did it take to reach all these sessions, for example, and reach all these signups? And was it replicable afterwards?
I would say we had to do some adaptations in the product to have a freemium limited version. I don't want to consider this, but just in terms of the marketing thing, I think it was 2.5 or 3 months.
Yeah. And if you would look at the last 3 weeks, the
Yeah.
number would have been much better.
Yeah.
This is a
So
very
we started with
long
nothing.
cohort.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had improvements along the way, and we had dashboards for that. We used Clipfolio. Today, I would love to use, Google Data Studio. It's like an add-on on top of Google Analytics that really enables you to get many more data sources and to visualize your stuff. Okay, so that's the SaaS funnel. I would like to also show you the Pirate Skills funnel. How do we, what do we do with this meetup? Yeah, and you're going to show you bootcamp funnel, and then we have some more specific examples. So let me just give you a very quick overview to get into the mindset of, okay, what could this be? So the value ladder is the first bullet point here. Yeah, you see, we got a free meetup at the beginning of the month about funnel hacking. At the end of the month, it's always the first and the last Wednesday of the month. We have a workshop about funnel hacking. It's not the goal to upsell you, but it was requested by the community to have more time to spend. And then it costs like $2.99 usually to join the workshop. It's not that wild, but it's worth my time, yeah, very much. And then some people tell me, okay, I don't only want to enjoy the meetup, could you please coach me in my business? When we did the meetup on messenger bots, I got lots of requests, please can you do a messenger bot for my business? When we did B2B lead ads, there were lots of requests, can you do my LinkedIn marketing automation? Yeah, afterwards. And we didn't have a workshop for that yet, but that's going to come. So another funnel, so this is the value ladder. 3, 200, 2,000, roughly. Yeah? Facebook ads to get the slides. Yeah, there's an email sign up for that, to a newsletter. That is the very typical free lead generation funnel. You can, I build a lead magnet in form of recording those meetups and providing all the slide decks for free. Every month, this lead magnet keeps on getting more valuable, right? Because you have more diverse interests and there is something for everybody. Over the last 8 meetups, we recorded and set up the lead channel. So I can use this recording afterwards and say, do you want a slide? Do you want the slides? Then get them on this URL. But you only have to sign up for the Pirate Skills, yeah? To become a member of, we call it the Pirate Skills crew, yeah? And then I have you my newsletter, and from then on, I can invite you to upcoming events. And we can build a trustful relationship, yeah? We always try to provide as much value as possible, yeah? And then we have a Facebook page, which leads to a Facebook group. The main call to action now on my Facebook page is join the community, yeah? Where we have the Facebook group. The Facebook page has less likes than the Facebook group has members. Yeah, it's really fascinating to me. I think Facebook is going to push Facebook groups even harder in 2018 than ever before. And pages just get slapped left and right in reach. Yeah, who has noticed that their organic reach of their Facebook page is dropping? Again and again and again. Yeah, it's super annoying. But groups are just rising in popularity. Just look through your feed. If you have joined a couple of groups, you will notice how much reach they get, how many impressions. And from there, the call to action is come join the crew, get the free Pirate Skills free course, yeah, with all the meetup recordings and slides. And we also have the live stream, which is my most scalable asset in my business. Yeah, we do this in English, if you haven't noticed, which is maybe annoying to some of you. Who really is annoyed by us speaking English here instead of German? Just curious. You can be honest, please. Yeah. Sometimes Matti, my best friend, even is annoying, and I know I get the fair feedback from him. Can you show Matti, please? Hey, it's my best friend and best mate at my wedding. And then you can get an online course. But wait, what kind of online course? No, I don't have an online course yet. I'm talking about this shit for a year, but haven't done it. You're way ahead of that. Execute. So, and what comes after that? I don't have a clue. We shall see. We can try more funnels. We have to see what really resonates with you. Because only when you really perceive the value, you're willing to give back, right? Pretty simple business. I love that. I love that. And I'm actually planning not to only do marketing shit that I just do on the side, but I want to continue launching products. I'm selling my current products right now. If anybody wants to buy CSGO Skills, the app, or 3dronen.de, my drone website, talk to me. Talk to me, guys. Buy csgoskills.com. Yeah, because I want to get a restart. Yeah. And then I'm going to launch new products that are more aligned with my personal interests. I'm a psychologist, actually, and I want to do more in that direction. Yeah, combine business and psychology. So let's see what happens. Okay, so that's the honest pirate skills funnel. Yeah, and I'm really scared of the GDPR shit because I'm not sure whether I'm allowed to or not to keep on writing you emails. Because I do one bad thing. I just sign you up for my newsletter because you got an Eventbrite ticket. Not cool. Yeah? Sorry for that. I'm not even allowed to show your faces anymore. The last time you could show the faces. Yeah? Bye-bye, GDPR. Can you just say bye-bye? It's the last time I'm allowed to show it to you. Or otherwise, every single person in this room would have to give me a written consent that you're willing to share your face in the live stream. Isn't that just fucking stupid? Yeah?
Put it here. On the back side.
Just give me the double opt-in in there. Yeah. So I will see how I'm working around that. I want to make it really fair and generous for everybody. Yeah. So, but now I'm interested in Boom! Can you hold that for me and start talking about your bootcamp?
No. Okay, bootcamp. So I started my building up my own company 1.5 years ago, and then I had an idea, and the idea was, okay, nobody knows me, and nobody in Germany knows what growth hacking is, and then I said, okay, I want to do once a month one growth hacking bootcamp, self-organized in another city of Germany. That was my idea, and the idea was not to earn money with this. It was just a branding thing, say like a flag on the moon, right? In Stuttgart, in Hamburg, in Berlin, in Munich, in Cologne,
It's broken, but it still works.
Fine. Thanks. Cologne, Düsseldorf. We had to go to Düsseldorf because Düsseldorf is Düsseldorf. Okay, so branding. That was the idea, right? And then I started, okay, what to do. So we are pretty good in building landing pages, I would say.
Yep.
But I said, why? Because there's Facebook, right? I built a Facebook event like this with a picture, blah blah. That was Berlin on November the 22nd, And then we did the Facebook ads because my target group, like you, is in Facebook, right? There is no discussion because I know you are on Facebook.
So you have the lookalikes of the past attendees of the bootcamp here. You have regionalized your ads.
To Berlin and surrounding.
Why do you even bother targeting women? Just curious.
What?
Just kidding.
It's
Why
all.
do
There's
you
all.
even bother targeting women?
It's all. It's all.
How many women, percentage-wise, women
Oh, it's
attendees do you
50%,
have?
I would
Okay,
say.
wonderful.
Yeah, it's wonderful. So my idea was to say, okay, all the bootcamp attendees of the past, I can do a lookalike that the Facebook algorithm looks for people like this because there is no discussion, they are my target group, right? And then I did some core audiences as well for Brand 1, Business Punk, Deutsche Startups.de, Die Mexico, Gründerszene, because I thought, okay, maybe it makes it more a little bit more specific. That was the idea.
Yeah.
Here, next thing, if you click on ad set, you come to the ads. My ads was always just a Facebook event with another. I did some A/B tests, Lerne Growth Hacking, or Lerne Growth Hacking with a description. Really stupid, really easy.
Which one converted better?
I knew that question before. This one.
This one?
Yeah.
It's so weird that the simple ads sometimes convert better and sometimes it's the long form, yeah? For Waygard, it's this weird long as Mia story, for example, that works best, and sometimes it's just a one-liner.
I learned that the ads with an integrated link are degraded by the Facebook algorithm. Do you know
Yeah, a lot. So if you put external links where you get people away from Facebook,
I heard that.
Facebook is slapping you, yeah?
Yeah.
But if you send them to another Facebook page, like an event, they love you for it, yeah? Because you don't get people to leave Facebook. It makes sense, right? LinkedIn is the same, by the way. Not as bad as Facebook, but try to work with external link and without external link and see the difference in your reach. This is how you can save your Facebook page reach at the moment.
So that was November. I started in March. So that was the approach. I was in March, April, May, and so on until November. Yeah.
Yep.
And in the end, that was the result. I drove to Berlin. I think I got up at 2 in the night because the bootcamp started at 9. And there were 6, 7, 8 people. And we had a lot of fun. I think we had a great workshop according to the feedbacks they gave. But here are the results of my Facebook ad. I got 77 responses. I paid €7.75.
2 euros. 2 euros.
Sorry,
75.
€2.75 per event response, not per conversion, because there were no conversions. It was just a Facebook ad with a lot of attendees. Maybe there were some conversions another way around, but not directly via Facebook.
Do you have a slide with that on it as well? No, do you have a slide with your actual purchase conversion rates on there?
Today?
Yeah, for
Yes,
today.
sure.
Show me.
You didn't check the slides before. Man.
I did.
That was the thing I started with. And my message for today for funnel hacking is, if you start tomorrow, you will not be successful tomorrow. You have to hack, you have to cheat, you have to optimize all the day. It took me 5, 6, 7 months until the version of the funnel I use today. And I want to show you, because then I sit down, okay, it's a lot of effort. I have to drive to Berlin, I have to drive to Hamburg, I don't earn money. There are 6, 7, 8 people around. That's really fun to get to know to the people. Maybe I can sell a workshop or whatever, but honestly, it's really, really hard to do that. Yeah? And then I wondered, okay, what can I do? Then I read something on Neil Patel's, that's my favorite growth hacker, on crazyact.com.
Same here. NeilPatel.com.
Neil Patel is awesome.
Fantastic.
And on Crazy Act, I saw this one, and it's exactly the conversion funnel where the Facebook ads are separated in awareness, consideration, and decision. Yeah, and today I call this was for me a growth hack to think like this, not to say, here's my Facebook event, you can buy a ticket, I'm pretty cool, growth hacking is pretty cool, just please apply, give me the money, come to the bootcamp, and it's over. That was the old idea, yeah. And the new idea was like this. I said, okay, why should I change the landing page? There's no reason, because this works. Because what's pretty good is that if you click interest or going, everybody of your Facebook friends will see this. So I thought if I do a landing page by my own, nobody will see. So I said, okay, I have to stick on that. Yeah. Okay, and it was for Vienna the first time in January. Yeah. And then I changed the targeting just a little bit. I start here. I get rid of the core audiences. I have no idea if this was a magic hack or whatever, but I didn't need it. And then I started to build a lookalike, not 1%, 2 to 5%, not on the old bootcamp attendees, right? It was the old version, just on my website visitors. All the visitors. I have a blog, I'm publishing a lot of content, but there was just a stupid thought before. And yeah, then the geolocation here to Vienna and surrounding. And from that point, here are the difference in the ads.
You're still targeting women, right?
Sure. Sure. And so the ads changed because I'm not looking at the Facebook event anymore in this stage of the funnel, because we're in the top of the funnel in the awareness part. I just pushing out the content. All the content I have, I'm just pushing it out. And this is the target group. Yeah.
And you're starting to use video instead of images.
Not always. I push out what I have.
Okay.
Really stupid, easy to consume content.
What
is growth hacking? Marketing without IT resources. So really close to the target, to the customer need. Not talking about growth hacking that much, because I just want to see all the marketing managers who are working with marketing, product managers, startup founders. And the idea in this stage is only to find out if you could be maybe interested in growth hacking. But at the stage 1, not more. I don't want to offer you anything. I just want to learn. I want to have you clicked that I know you could be interested in growth hacking. Okay?
Yep.
Next part of the funnel, consideration part. There's the audience, website visitors, and not lookalike, it's just custom. Again, everybody who clicked this kind of pieces in my blog, I just make a retargeting thing where I say, okay, now comes the ad you know from the first version, here's the Facebook event. Because I know you're working in marketing, you're working in a startup, you're working in a marketing department or product development department in a big corporate, here's a Facebook event in your area. Right? Second part, really easy. And then next part, decision. We have to convert them now. That's just a retargeting audience where I say all people who are interested or going in the Facebook event, just see again the Facebook event with another picture where I say, okay, there are just 3 or 4 tickets left. Maybe there's an early bird thing is running out or whatever, you know, all that stuff, just to make the conversion in the end. So really easy funnel. But I hope you could see the difference between the first one and the second one. The first one was just, here's my offer, that's my Facebook page, that's my Facebook event, and just play around with audiences all the time, and spending money, and driving to Berlin, and so on. Be happy, but there, in the end, there were only 7 people, and from now on, all things are sold out.
Do you exclude the people who have already bought?
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
like later you exclude those? Okay.
Not in the first version,
Not
but
in
in the second one. Yeah. And there's one more growth hack I have to mention. I played a little bit with the prices, and I copied something from another coach, from a marketing coach, and he's offering.
Who is it?
Lukas Hoffmann is a marketing guy from Vienna.
Okay.
And he's offering 2 tickets in the Eventbrite ticketing, not just one. And I thought, okay, that's really great.
That's great.
And it's really great because you're just paying for 1 ticket, the customer acquisition cost. Think of this. And now you want to go with your friend, you want to go with your colleague, and you just buy 2 tickets and you get a little discount. And I just have to pay one-time customer acquisition costs.
Just out of curiosity, don't you feel bad that you put all the fees and the
Yes, I do.
VAP on the customers?
I do. I have to play with this.
I just can't bring myself to do that.
I do.
Okay. So if you buy a workshop, like for me, it's always the final price for a B2C customer. Yeah. For business, they can subtract the VAT, but for the normal people, they know I'm gonna pay $2.99. That's it. Yeah. I don't know why they even allow it. It looks scammy to me.
Yeah. You have to test it.
But lots of people do it. I mean,
Yeah,
even Pirate Summit does it. Yeah, I was really surprised. But yeah. Oh, okay.
So that's a piece of funnel I have where I say, okay, I try to optimize all the time, but not in the audiences anymore, because now I can copy this piece of funnel. So I have two campaigns, one campaign for the first part of the funnel and one retargeting campaign. And so last week I decided that I want to go in July to Amsterdam, and then I found a beautiful location like here, and then I copied my funnel, and now it's working, not without work, so I have to control, I have to optimize a little bit, but it's selling my tickets because the funnel works now. I just have to change the geolocation, but everything else is working.
Cool.
And that's really cool. I love this because before that was not a good ROI in terms of money and in terms of time.
And it doesn't matter if it is a event or your B2C or your B2C product or your B2B service. Yeah, the principles absolutely apply to that.
Yeah.
Great awareness. See when people raise their hands by clicking, for example, or showing a certain number of minutes of engagement on your video, and then getting them deeper into the funnel in consideration, and then closing them after they have shown strong commitment.
And because I'm the product guy, I'm not that much the marketing guy. So here are the results again. That was a bootcamp in Vienna. So with the website purchases conversion of 1,100 euros. So I think that's really cool. And because I'm the product guy, I'm still looking for how can I scale myself? Because with this way, I'm still selling my time, right? So scaling my business model. I have to go to Amsterdam. I like it because I take my family with me. But anyway, that could be an idea. And then I thought, okay, what can I do next? And next thing is, okay, I have to start something like an online course or an online event to get more reach, to get as much reach as possible without always have to go to once a month to another city. And that's a Growth Europe thing, where I say the Growth Europe Summit is something where 25, like Ben is a speaker as well, so top growth hackers from Europe will do a video recording from Monday to Friday. I say, okay, that's a scaling business. I can do all the product, all the marketing stuff over there. I don't have to go anywhere for this time. And so that's my next product hack where I say how to increase my personal reach.
That's a different step of the funnel, right? It's another step in the value ladder somewhere, or another way to get people to get there. And those tickets are free, until when?
Until the end.
Until the end.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, all right. How do you make money with that?
Afterwards.
Afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Afterwards in the funnel.
Okay.
I'll tell you next time, next year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. So growtheurope.com with the voucher Pyro Skills, you get the free tickets. Please join. There are really cool growth hackers across Europe and a lot of stuff coming there. Yeah.
So basically the product is made by other marketers, not by yourself.
Yeah, sure. It's not my so I have a speech as well, but there are 25 growth hackers across Europe. They are just providing their video content, and I just make the package around and do the marketing around. And we sold about 700 tickets already, so there are 700 people in there, and I'm really keen on having a look how we can activate them when the conference starts.
Cool.
Yeah. Product. Here we go.
Okay. Do you have any questions about that? Yeah, please. Do you want a mic?
Yeah, I actually just wanted to ask, what was the joke about targeting women? I didn't quite get it.
Me neither.
People who have been here, I've told that a few times, that once I really tried to get more than 50% women into the room. And I only tried to target women on Facebook, and I had 0 conversions. Yeah, I'm super proud of the percentage of women now in the room. We usually have like 20 to 30% women in here, and they started to bring their friends. So it was not meant derogatively or anything. I'm really glad when we have very diverse group here. But in terms of Facebook targeting, it just didn't work. And on Facebook, I really don't care. I'm not that super conscious, except when I do like a recruitment ad. Then I'm very careful that I target women and men because it's illegal to do otherwise. Yeah. But on Facebook, I really look at the numbers and then decide who to target. Yeah. And we have told the stories a couple of times, and that was the joke. I didn't know you didn't get it.
I didn't get it.
So
But
there
you
was
should
this,
provide a
from this
partner
one
ticket.
meetup where we really tried to get 50% women in here, but it failed miserably, and I tried everything. Yeah.
You
Does
should
it
provide
answer
a
your
partner
question?
ticket.
Does it answer your question?
Yeah, it does. Maybe you should next time you elaborate on that because I didn't really.
Yeah, and I look like a complete asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
I
get
was
it.
with 1 foot out of the door, so okay,
I'm
bye-bye.
really good at that. I'm really good at that. I had another great asshole moment recently with Inga in the room. I got myself a smoothie, from the fridge, and I put it on the table, opened the cap, put it back, and then I had another woman sitting beside me, and so I was unconscious, grabbing the smoothie, the lid was open, and I just started to shake it like that, and it's just spread everywhere. That was another not so nice movie. My keyboard is still stuck because of all the smoothie stuff on there, and I felt so bad because she got some of the smoothie on, not as much as I had on my jeans, but a little bit.
But that one was not that hard like the first one.
Oh my god.
She's really angry.
Oh my.
Okay,
So then
there's a typo.
there's a typo. Growth Arctic.
Yes.
Is it Growth Arctic? So we were launching a podcast last time called Growth Arctic. Yeah. And the challenge
Did you get that again? Grows Arctic. That's really funny, right?
Let it sing.
Ah, here we
Let
go.
it sing.
I have some experience in that. I'm presenting this a lot of times, and you have to give them 3 to 4 seconds, and then it's
Did
coming.
you say
Grows
Growth Arctic?
Arctic.
Yeah. Yono, who's from Australia, he also thinks it's a really bad joke.
Really?
Uh,
You
so,
didn't
but
tell me.
But we said we're not going to start a podcast until 100 of you tell us why we should do it. They said yes, do it. Yeah, and why? That was a way to validate that idea. And Henrik was really persistent about doing that. I would have done it either way. I really would have loved to try this format of podcasting. Yeah, but why was it important to you?
Because I don't have time for any. So for my family, I have, but for business stuff, I want to exactly know if there is something in for me. And then I said, okay, maybe it's podcast, maybe it's video, maybe maybe we should blog or whatever. And I said, okay, come on, let's find a way to get the real market need. If the people really want us to do that, or if they say, or there are so many podcasts around about marketing, about entrepreneurship, about life hacking and body hacking and whatever. So
who's listening to podcasts in this room? Just curious.
cool. That's our target group, right?
That's cool. So I constantly listen to podcasts and audible books because I can listen to it on the side. I don't have to have full focus with my eyes on a single point. I just love to learn that way. I listen to the podcast of Russell Brunson a lot, Tim Ferriss, Pat Flynn, great guys that I learn lots of the strategies that for German online marketers are still 2 to 3 years ahead. Yeah, just listen to the English-speaking podcast from Canada, from Australia, from the US, and you're well ahead. So we got lots of great feedback. One guy said no here, for example, because you growth article, but in total we had more than 100 people saying yes, and we want to say thank you for that. Yeah, so thank you for everybody who signed up on
120
growtharctic.com.
people.
I think you can still do it. And what you can also do now, because we recorded 5 episodes. Yeah. Now it's not yet up in the iTunes store. That's to come. There's lots of work involved with that. But you can just grab the first episode if you would like to listen to that. We talk about idea validation in that episode. You can just play it on the website or download it. It's a huge download. We're going to fix that in the future. But then you will be able to find it on iTunes, on Spotify, and on SoundCloud. Okay? So,
just to add a thing, if you go to the growthartic.com website, there's a big button. You have to click there. Then you come to a detail page where you can play the audio file, and please give us feedback to that.
Yes, please.
There's again a Google form where you just can type in what you like, what you don't like, or just put it in the WordPress comments over there. So you find the way. It's really easy to give us feedback. So it's our first published episode. Honestly, I have no idea how to publish podcasts. Just we started this challenge, and it's a challenge for us. So it's just an idea, or now it's an executed idea. That's the thing I know. And so now we need your feedback. Do you like it? You don't like it? What is it? So that would be
just
really,
be
really great.
brutally honest, just as with the feedback forums you have under your chairs. Yeah. So we'd really appreciate it if you go to growthartic.com. So
I love this Growth Artic thing. Really.
Yeah, we were talking about, we have the tagline currently, the art of growing your business. Yeah, that's the way we try to make it sensible for English-speaking, native English-speaking folks. The art of growing your business. We want to use the Growth Artic term to tell our story, that we are from Germany and that it sounds like awesome in German. Yeah, großartig. So, if you enjoyed this presentation, you can get all the slides for free on getpirateskills.com and also get the video version of it. In this video version, we have the slides and the speakers as well on that in a mixed format. As thanks to Alex and Daniel. Can you guys please give a hand to our video guys for making it better? And I also want to give a special thanks to Snea. Where's Snea? We just noticed that she is now working since 12 months for Pirate Skills. Thank you so much, Snea. Can you stand up? Can you stand up? So everybody can see. If you have any questions about the meetup, you have ideas, you want, you can hit her up, yeah, and tell her, come on, let's try to do that. It's more likely that it gets executed than tell me. I shouldn't say that. So that's what we wanted to say about funnel hacking and the art of growing your business through funnels. That you should really consider the long game, not only the immediate sale, but the awareness, the consideration, and the conversion phase. And you're not only going to have one funnel. You can have as many funnels as you like. You can try new stuff. You can work on your own funnels. Yeah. And just take that home. Do you have any last words?
The end of the funnel is the beginning of the new funnel. So think of the referral stuff and so on.
Yeah.
Never forget that.
Yeah. Russell Brunson calls that funnel stacking. Yeah. You have one piece of the funnel, yeah, that has a beginning and the end, but then there's just another funnel afterwards that continues that journey. So if you want to get in touch, those are my contact details. If you want to talk about this, with me or Hendrik. Hendrik, how can people get in touch with you? Because you didn't provide any email.
Just Google for my name.
Hendrik at growthartic.com.
H, I think.
Both work. Hendrik or H at growthartic.com. Yeah. Hendrik, thank you very much for joining us today. Give it up for Hendrik. Thank you. Very nice. And if you wanna go one level deeper with this stuff and spend a whole day just working on your funnel, I promise you, you're gonna go there. You're gonna bring your own laptop and you're gonna go out with your own complete funnel in one day with a basic setup. You can bring your current stuff and we can work on that. Or we build a completely new one. You're going to build the landing pages. You don't have to have a website. You're going to use Instapage to create those landing pages. If you don't have email set up, we're help you with that, setting up MailChimp or something, or ActiveCampaign. Yeah? And really think about what channels are reasonable for your business. And then use the rest of the day to implement those funnels in a very small, tight-knit group. You can use the special discount code called Pirate Skills Live for the people who have been here or have seen the live stream, and then you get 50 euros off. Okay? And if that's still too much for you for some weird reason, just talk to me. Okay? So I would love to see you there and spend a day with you. And the next meetup is going to be on June 6th. The most popular meetup so far has been B2B lead generation on LinkedIn. Yeah, where we talked about how to automate your LinkedIn game and how to use groups and content to generate a couple of hundred leads per week, yeah, in the B2B field. And the biggest request after that was, okay, now I got leads. How do I close them? Yeah, and we have a guy here, not only here, but at Trustbot called Hamid. I cannot pronounce his last name. He has lived in Silicon Valley, has done business development and sales for the telecom and the systems. He really knows how to close himself some leads. Yeah, and I'm really excited to learn from him about that. I know that he has some really staggering, cool examples lined up. If you want to join us, again, it's a format like this for free on June 6th. And that's all. Thank you all for coming, guys.
Thank you very much.
So let's grab a beer, talk about it, grab some mate, maybe, and have some fun. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, live stream.